Hello there, my name is Rachel, the first time seeing my channel, user review cartoon series, anime series, so something in computer random, and today we're gonna talk about Primal, Season 1. The final episode in the whole series whole was an interesting ride, because the beginning you're really not sure when you're going into. The only thing you know is that it's basically following a dinosaur and caveman survive this sort of prehistoric land. That's what you think at first. The more you keep watching, the more things sort of hinting, but you're not sure what you're going into. The first season, like every other show, is sure to trying to kind of establish the characters, who they are, the mannerisms, and the situation they actually are. They're basically just surviving because both of them lost their families. They got nothing else to do, just hang out with each other and hopefully don't die, because this is the dominant species survive, or in other words, the weak dies, the strong survives. In other words, that's basically the aim of the whole series. But it's basically in the relationship of Fang and Spear sort of reacting or surviving the scenarios they get into. One of the episodes is basically this clan of 8 men forcing Fang and Spear basically fight in an arena. If they want to live through it, they have to fight for it. Of course, if they deny, they die. They're pretty simple. But I think that's why the show works so well, because it showed the brutal of the scenarios they're putting into. Another good episode is the zombie sort of virus episode that you think would be out of the left field of this show, but no, it actually works. You also have another strange episode that the sort of a covenant of witches who basically steal souls with other cavemen and create new people. And yeah, it's sort of trippy, that episode, but actually works super well, because once more you have to assume so much about this series, because the series does not talk at all. Usually 99.999% of the time the characters won't talk. They're just silent. They just show you the reaction, show you they're trying to communicate, but once more, because they're beast and human, they don't have words. They have to move a certain way, react a certain way. You sort of just to understand. Even that sort of conversation, they're trying to talk, but at reality, they're not talking. They're just showing reaction, pointing things to understand the communication of each other. Even that sometimes the communication doesn't pass through, because once more, it's a dinosaur and a caveman. So yeah, the conversation is sort of, I guess this is what you're saying, but I think that's the fun part about this series, because you have to interpret every little thing, and especially talking to other people, or other people doing reviews or essays about Primal. It's interesting because what they take in each episode and talk to, you find fascinating, because their interpretation doesn't mean anything on your interpretation. And it's just fascinating, because you can see dozens of different reviews. You have similar ideas what the show is trying to say, but at the same time, there are moments that are completely different point of view. You just like, yeah, I never thought of that. And that's why I quite enjoy Primal. That's basically the main thing. But of course, this series have a kind of like a plot twist at the very end, that there are people here, but they're not eight people. They're more advanced. This person who appears in front of Fang and Spear, she's called Meg, if I'm correct, and she is, I guess, Egyptian. I'm not 100% sure she's Egyptian or Middle Eastern, because when she starts talking, you expect, oh, just great, they ruined the series, they let a character talk. But no, the smart way is let them talk a different complete language, so you keep the idea of this sort of block of in communication, because when they meet this new character, especially the final episode of this series, they sort of surprise you, because Fang, or I mean, not Fang, Spear, you think he's just a caveman. Especially in this world, you think, oh, this is prehistoric. There is no other people, just prehistoric people. Maybe some people are involved a little bit. And that's the genuine idea. And I think that's what I meant from the beginning of this review. This show was hinting on something because a lot of weird things happen in Primal. More like, yeah, this is sort of disturbing why this creature is 10 times bigger, this creature, but at the same time you can't defend, well, it's prehistoric. We can predict what happened in the past, but we're not really sure what it actually looked like. And that is the true fact around prehistoric, because we don't know what actually happened that time period. So they can make up whatever they want. But I love this. That was the twist. Wasn't prehistoric. This one was actually more advanced, more forward. It's more like maybe in between the, I say, what was it? The rapture, kind of, not a rapture. I mean, when Moses reappeared to save his people, that certain time period, I don't know what time period that is. And I think that's the point of this, is that Fang and Spear are basically, like, outdoorsmen, hardcore ones, they're trying to say, but at the same time, they never knew they actually have society outside of group of humans who have easier lives, that not worrying about getting killed. And I feel Spear never knew that or figured it out, because when they meet Eve, he realized Eve is very advanced. In the beginning, he didn't know what to do with her or what, because when Eve reappeared, she was basically running away for not being killed. You figured out all the reason why she's running away, because she's a slave, and Spear is sort of curious who she is, because once more, Spear is a caveman. He's basically alone, like 99% of the time, just himself. When you see not a human being, you kind of curious. You want to see who this person is, especially with the things she's wearing, especially the tattoo she has on her head. And Spear trying to understand this, and Eve, when she starts talking with a different language, Spear is just sort of not sure what. He's just took a little to figure out what to do. And I thought that that's sort of interesting, especially what happened in the twist of that episode, that Eve got captured with their owners and escaped far away, and Spear just doesn't know what to do. He's like, he kind of like wants to chase and pick up and save Eve, because once more, he's got nothing else. I mean, he knows what it feels to be captured and basically forced to do stuff they don't want to. So yeah, I expect that will be the following season 2. Explore the new world now, where explore the society who have slaves, and they trying to figure out how to capture a Spear and Fang, because they're basically cave people, very strong, very violent, easily dominates. But once more, it's not the strength, it's the number. So you can see how this could be a great challenge from Spear and Fang to survive, to help Eve and help her bring her back. Now the question is, season 2 will be more talkative, because now you know people can talk, but what's more, they gotta make it English or keep it the language they keep it, so we have to assume so many things, because when Eve reappears, she starts talking, but they don't have subtitles, so you have to assume so many things. Except people who speak that language, you'll be like, you understand what everything is going on. Like, I hate you have that advantage. I have to like assume, because I'm more curious now. But besides that, that was very fun and interesting. Of course, I have this question, because did you fall out of this series? Because there are some people kind of drop after the next 5 episodes, like episode 7, because they thought it was too tiring to examine what trying to say. Maybe Eve started talking, pissed off other people, walked away. But once more, it's just super interesting. People are dropping out, but that's sort of normal for a new series, because people are not sure what they're getting into till they get to the final season. You like realize, yeah, this is not for me, and walk away. But at the end, it's a fun ride. I really enjoy it. I can't wait for season 2. What kind of world they created in the situation they put Fang and Spirit is. Now, I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.